Ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to call our meeting to order. I'm going to start out with, I don't know if all of you know, but our dues are now $30. And if you didn't pay today and you still want to pay as soon as possible, I would suggest sending it in to our post office box, which is P.O. Box 324, Dunedin, Florida 34698. We did the artist of the month already. Congratulations. We need to pay your dues as soon as possible so that you can attend the spring luncheon. We have, oh, I left all my information back there. We are doing something different this year. We are going back to doing our spring luncheon. It's called the Spring Fling, and it will be done at the Countryside Country Club, which is on Countryside Boulevard between Curlew and Main Street. We're going to have upstairs room overseeing the golf course with a special room, private room just for our art, to put our art show in. We don't have the exact timing of when to drop off artwork yet, but probably by March show we should have that all finalized. We just got to work out the final details of that.
Pam, is it one entry per?
And one entry per person for artists of the, for the judge show for that. So it's going to be Tuesday, April 11th, and it is $25. The menu is going to be, I have little cards back there on the table that you can take home with you so you know what the menu is going to be. It's going to be filled green salad, pasta salad, countryside chicken, which has artichokes, roasted red peppers, and a cream sauce, grilled mahi-mahi, misspelled the mahi-mahi, with champagne dill sauce, oven roasted potatoes and vegetable melody, club rolls and butter, brownies and cookies as dessert, coffee, iced tea, and lemonade. We're going to have a cash bar available. We have valet service, so if you're going to bring artwork, you can just come up in the front under the canopy, take your artwork out of the car, give the valet your keys, and he'll park your car. It's a huge parking lot, and to be dragging artwork through the parking lot, we took it upon us to pay them to have the valet service. There's no tipping. You don't need a tip. So that's one of the problems we had last for the Christmas luncheon here is that we ran out of parking places here. So I think that's going to be a real bonus and should make it very easy for all of us to get our artwork out of the car and into the show. You need to sign up and pay by April 1st. I wrote down April 4th, but the country club wants our total by the 4th, so I'd like everything paid by the 1st.
Also, make sure they bring an easel.
And make sure when you bring your artwork to bring an easel. Thank you, John. I want to thank all those who showed interest in filling the positions on our board as well as the committees. Sylvia Ryder is now our new recording secretary. Where are you? She's writing really, I need to slow down talking. So thank you. And one of our new members, Zizi Ungrova, she is not here today. She is now our new treasurer. She'll be our new treasurer. She's taken over the responsibility from Donna, so we're going to be helping her get a handle on everything. She suggested at the board meeting, they came, and it's going to be exciting with some new members. We have new members that are getting involved with us and engaging us and helping us grow. And I think that's really a great option. Art in the Park. I know this week they had perfect weather, and I heard they had a great crowd. The artists from Howard Allen were all the way down to Sterling Gallery, and there was lots of people. Some people didn't sell as well as they usually do, and some people sold lots. Starting, how many artists do we have?
35.
35.
And Jim Jordan, which I don't think he's here, he made us a nice sign. It's like a sandwich board sign that we were able to try to hear support us. So
Okay.
that was nice.
That was good.
And we have 21 scheduled so far for next week.
Okay, so if you're interested in showing in March, we will not be in conjunction with Howard Allen. I know we like doing it with them, but it means parking and setup is easier when he's not there. And then we're not sharing the customers with him. I was going to do it yesterday, but I forgot. I will go home tonight and put the listing on things to do already. So we had 3 listings on things to do for this particular show. I'm not quite sure how that helped us, but it can't hurt. So I will make sure we get in there again for next month. Sony has been working on the Facebook account, and anything you want to tell us about what you're doing, what they need to do if they want to put any entries in there?
Yeah, anybody can add events or prizes, maybe one, something, anything you want to share with the group, you're welcome to post on the page. You do have to like the page first, and then the YouTube. We have that now where all the meetings are recorded, and you can find that on YouTube just by putting in Creative Artists Guild and it'll pop up and you can get reminders for that.
I'm going to try to talk to Laura Yulin and see if there's any way we can link that onto our
Yeah.
website. So we're still going to work on that, so that might make it easier for some of you to access it. The bylaw committee is hard at work, and we'll be sending out any changes that we need in bylaws or standing rule changes. They'll go out before the March, sometime probably before the March meeting, or we give it out at the March meeting and then you can vote and just turn it in, because we really need these to be all finalized so we know what needs to be changed by our April meeting, because that's kind of our deadline with that. I know we had 2 months ago, we had, we had the Eleanor Pigman from the Etsy entrepreneurship class. I'm not sure if you guys who stayed for that particular demonstration that we had by her. It's really good. She was really great, and she does a wonderful workshop via Clearwater Library on Saturday. It starts at 2 o'clock. At the Clearwood Main Library, they've locked us into one whole set of 7 classes mid-March. I don't know the exact dates. I will email her and then I will send it out. What?
Started already.
That's the one that's already done. We're getting our own. We're getting our own that'll be for March.
We had 15 sign up.
And we already have 15 people signed up.
Can we have more people able to
We can
go?
sign up because the odds are not everyone's going to come. And not everyone comes to every meeting. Because they were filled when I did my class and only maybe 5 or 6 people. Yes, Donna?
Pam, you took a list of names of people that wanted to be in
Yes.
it, and I know I signed that, so
Yes.
does that mean I'm included?
Yes. And I'm going to send her that list so she knows exactly who's going to be on, who's going to be coming.
And
So
what's the class on?
it's on Etsy, entrepreneurship, on setting up your Etsy shop, taking pictures, learn tag words. It's a lot about tag words. There's a lot of, because I know some of you have shops on there and no one ever looks at your sites, at your stuff. I've only got now maybe 20 things on there, maybe. I just now put a bunch of bookmarks and some tiles and some of my tiles and coasters. And last week I had 19 people look at my stuff. Now, I don't know about anything, but 19 people is a lot of people. I could have at the Art in the Park only had 19 people come by and see me. So I think it's a great outlet for us, and everyone that's interested or thinks they can sell online should set up a shop. So if you want to sign up, I've got the list still on my table. Okay, now we're going to do reports of officers and committees. New members. Miss Donna, do you have the new members with you?
We have 3 new members that came today.
Okay.
We've got Danny Conley.
Who's Danny Conley? You want to stand up and introduce yourself, please? I'm sorry. I'm going to embarrass you. And what kind of artwork do you do?
Am I in your room?
Oh, no, you're
What kind
fine.
of artwork do you do?
I'm a children's storybook illustrator.
Oh, neat.
You buy it on Amazon. And I use pastels and photography and acrylic.
How did you find out about us?
Annie Warren
Okay. Thank you for joining.
was delightful.
Good. Next one, Donna?
Next one is Janice Demasi.
I you're all at the same table today.
Masi. Great to be here. Anyway, I did primarily watercolors for about 30 years, and recently getting into pastels and worked in charcoals and graphite, that sort of thing. Mainly interested and figure and a portrait, although I'll do landscape, the seascape, that sort of thing, mixed media. Well, everything but oil, I'll put it that way. I do everything but oil. It's nice to be here. I've heard about the group for a number of years, and in a figure drawing class that I take at the Fine Arts Center, people had mentioned the group, and so I thought, well, maybe now is the time. I'm retired now, so now I can do more. So
We love to engage one another, so did you bring anything for our show and tell today?
I do. I have a portfolio
Okay,
up
good.
there.
Okay, then we'll get you back up here then.
Let us know when it's Carla Royal.
I'm Carla Royal. I'm Royal, yes. I just moved to Dunedin a month ago, so I'm real excited to be here and get to know folks. I'm a fine art photographer. I moved down from Georgia, had a gallery up there, and closed that down to move here and be on the ocean. And Dunedin, the wonderful Hammock Park and Honeymoon Island, and the nature that's offered here is amazing. So I'm excited to be here and get to know you guys. And please help me get to know you, because I'm very shy. So I appreciate your support in that.
Well, that's one of the wonderful things when we have these potlucks like this, because you've already met people sitting at your table. Now, we saw that you tried to join our Facebook page, so we'll be accepting it.
Thank you.
It came in while I was sitting here, so thank you. Next treasure report, Ms. Donna.
This year, this is from January, we started out with $2,522.20. That was 2522.20. And we took in quite a bit of money. We took in $2,254.93. So that brought the balance up to $4,777.13. And then we had some expenses. And those came to $1,125. And so now, right now, and of course, we took in a lot of money today, which I'll be depositing in the next couple of days. We brought the total at the end of January to $3,652. And right now in our checking account, we have $3,545.
Was that after we had the deposit for the luncheon? Okay.
Yeah.
How much was it again?
That we have in our checking account? 3545.78. And of course, we're going to be adding all of the checks and cash that we took in today, so we're doing really well.
Good. Okay, next we have Vivian.
I joined in with Tony and Kat, 8 new people, actually 3 new people. The rest of them were members. They just had things new that they made that they wanted to read in. And our new people are Delilah Smith, congratulations, Anita Lee, and Diane Clement. You want to stand up?
That's how it works. I see you've already made new friends today.
And that's it.
Now that is one of the points of, if you were showing something at our judge show, or when we do a venue or Art in the Park, that is an artwork media that you were not juried in, you need to get juried in for that specific type of artwork. We're getting down to this because people are showing things that they were never juried in for. And so we're trying to keep our standards high, and I think that's the best way for us to do that.
What was the second name again, please? Anita Mead. Anita Mead, thank you.
And is Polly not here? Okay. Well, she is in charge of Sterling. I actually got a bad, someone posed at her on Facebook yesterday. Because then I got a notice from her saying, and I knew after she started the questions she asked me, I thought, well, these are strange questions, and then sure enough. So I think that she is probably filled up for Sterling Gallery, but if you, even though you're not going to be showing, I suggest we all show up to look at the artwork of other members. The show is the second Friday of the month at Sterling Gallery from 5:30 to like 7:30? Is that what time it is?
5:30,
It's a reception.
8 o'clock.
5:30 to 8,
Okay.
on March 10th is the reception.
Okay, that's our
Shows for the whole month.
And the show is up for the whole month if you want to go through. But that way we can just, we'll have awards during their reception. All the awards and ribbons will be giving out for that show.
Somebody was posing as Polly?
What?
They hacked your account.
They hacked your account on Facebook.
She asked to be your friend.
Yeah. And she was already my friend, so I was kind of confused.
I called her and she said it's been hacked.
Yeah.
Me too. She's been asking.
Helen Savage is one of our members, a longtime member, and she had moved into Meese, into the, like an apartment there, and she had had another accident and fallen down and did another damage to her hips again. So she is more in their assisted living, home care setup. So if you want to send her anything, cards or anything, you have to address it Meese Manor Home Care section. She's not been doing, she's been having some issues. She fell last year and started, yes?
Pam, I went to see her, and you can still send her mail to her apartment.
Okay, it's 847. Her apartment is 847.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I remember that, but I do.
Well, you're right, and you can still send it there, and then her daughter picks her mail.
Okay, yes.
We didn't hear who you were talking about.
Helen Savage. And Betty Bronson is not here today because she's having a birth. Her granddaughter, great-granddaughter is having a baby, so they're going to have four generations are going to be there when this baby's born today. So that's why she was not here today. Isn't that neat? Judy Hildling is resting and taking care of her back after surgery. I know she said she was getting going kind of stir crazy. Have you talked to her, Vivian?
Not this week, I haven't.
Okay.
But she appreciated anybody who wanted to call her to come and talk to you.
Okay. That's good.
Ma'am,
Yes.
on here it says that Betty Brunson.
I did it wrong. It's
I
Helen
don't
Savage.
know how many of you know, but
Helen Savage, all time.
Jane Lawson from the Tarpon Springs Art Association and from CAG fell and fractured her hip. She is in the Florida hospital, the rehabilitation section,
Write that
and
down.
will be
Write that
there
down.
till the end of this week.
Okay,
But she's on the mend.
okay.
I'm sorry, would you repeat where she's at again?
Look, Carol, can you announce where she was at so that our secretary can write it down?
Florida Hospital.
Florida Hospital.
And the last room number I had is 711.
Okay. Oh, that was an easy one to remember. I want to thank Sharon Baldetti for her great potluck today and all of you and all the members that bought all this food. Do not forget to look at the table and see if you have any leftovers that you need to take home, because we had lots of food. I think it's cute how everyone loves to bring their food. Much more than you could eat, and if everyone's bringing more than they can eat, I love that you guys all went and got seconds and thirds. Okay, Barbara, do you want to announce the 50-50?
I have new business.
We're gonna do that next. Yes. She's already filled out. Yeah, she was already filled out. Yeah. We will do Sterling and Largo Library like in the springish, like January, February, March, April. So
That's when everybody signs
yeah,
up.
well, you'll get your newsletter, and you'll be once you're in the scope, you'll get newsletters from me. I do the brush fire, and I'll let you know when everything happens. Okay? Okay, get your cards out. Tickets out, excuse me, tickets. The last three numbers are 830.
Oh,
830. You see?
see?
And
And how much did we take in today?
he gets $28.
He gets $28, so we took in $56. I can do my math. Okay. You couldn't divide by half, right?
Yeah, but I always like to give up.
Okay. That's one of our, it gives us that little bit extra that we can afford to buy something extra for us. Okay, do we have any new business to discuss? It's time to discuss new business. Anyone need to discuss anything? Carol, did you want to announce something?
Yes. Couple of things. I'm going to be teaching a workshop this Friday at CAG Park in Tarpon Springs, sponsored by the Tarpon Springs Art Association and the Recreation Department. It will be a workshop in Impressionist oil over an acrylic underpainting. The facility is at CAG Park. They have easels, tables, chairs, running water, we hope. And the cost is $25. It's an all-day workshop. I will start it at 9:30 to 3 o'clock. Bring a lunch.
Should they sign up with you or personally through Tarpon Springs?
I'm not hearing you.
Should they sign up through Tarpon Springs, the Art
Yes,
Association?
it's the town of Tarpon Springs, the Recreation Department.
Okay,
So if anyone is interested, they can call up the Recreation Department and just have your name added to the list.
okay.
And as far as I know, you can pay that morning,
Okay.
unless they tell you otherwise. Friday, this coming Friday, the 17th of February. And I also left the schedule for my plein air painting on Wednesdays. I left it up there in the front, but we are, every Wednesday we go to a different spot. I demonstrate in watercolor, and the schedule is up there. And if there are no more left, I have 2 more in my pocketbook, so that's about it.
Now, I do, after the meeting, if anyone wants to sign up for the spring luncheon, I am having sign up back there for the spring luncheon. Jim Thorne, do you want to talk about your painting at the senior center? You want to talk about your painting at the senior center?
Every Thursday, 6 to 8, down the street from here, the senior center, we have a Thursday night sketch group. It's going to cost you $3 to get in the door and $3 for the model. The model wears clothes. The reason is that there are some old folks, like Dan and me, we don't go there. The model sits, same pose, for 20 minutes times 4. And there's a 10-minute break in between so the model can wake up first of all, and figure out how to get off the platform. Okay? So it's going to cost you $6. If you've not been there before, how many have never been there? Okay.
Wow.
You're probably going to have to pay to get in the building. That's the heat, the light, the rest of the stuff. But the first night's free. Just come in and see what it's all about. We're averaging about 12 to 15. You can get there early if you're going to sit. If you're standing up on the easel, like some of us are, there's plenty of room. But the tables get pretty crowded pretty quick. Okay? So it's Thursday nights, every Thursday night.
Is that the Hale Center? It's also the
At the Hale Center, the Senior Center, whatever you want to call it.
Right down from the library, right?
Across from the library, down the street from the ball field, next to home plate.
Bring your own pencil, model, flashes, pose.
Are you allowed to?
Photograph.
Yes, yes. In fact, many people photograph the model and then will paint off the photograph that they just taken, which to me, that's illegitimate.
Are they painting or drawing?
Anything.
Oh, okay.
Anything.
Elaine?
Whatever medium you want to work in.
Elaine?
Pencil, charcoal, pastel, oil,
Charcoal.
acrylic, whatever you want to work in. Bring that stuff with you.
Elaine? I'm going to do that. That's my next statement. Okay. Donna?
I have a box of mailing tubes. I would like to give them away. If you have a use for them, please, would you take them? I have approximately 24 in this box.
You make a suggestion on those mailing tubes, anybody that's carrying brushes, they work perfectly to put your brushes in.
I need, Carol, Donna, I need like 4 or 5. Well, for sending out pictures, it's cheaper to roll it in a tube than to put it flat because you pay shipping on sizes. Okay, now I'm gonna just, yes.
I have frames over there, if anybody's interested, they can have them.
Mark